Hey guys, what's happening? Thanks for tuning in, coming back and watching. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourselves, all that kind of stuff. And this is going to be a little bit of a different sort of video. In this video, I'm going to unbox and then take out in the field and shoot with a set of Kase filters. So I've been shooting with filters for years, honestly. One of my favorite genres or types, styles, whatever the word is, of photography is long exposure, especially like moving water, waterfalls, rivers, things like that, or even lakes, just to get that really smooth, silky water effect. It comes in really handy to put a filter on. So I've been doing that for years, and just like I said, I just adore that kind of stuff. But the set of filters that I have is fairly old. It's the kind of older style where you screw a metal attachment, and sometimes it's kind of hard to line up, and I kind of fiddle around with it, and it takes a little while to get it in place. And then once you get the holder in place, you slot in the appropriate piece of glass, a 3-stop or a 4-stop or a 10-stop filter, whatever it is, in terms of how long of an exposure you want to go. So I often do like 10-stop to get a really smooth, really long exposure. But for a while now, I've been thinking, I've had these filters for years. They're kind of old. They're a little bit big. They're a little bit awkward sometimes to get lined up, and it takes me a couple of minutes sometimes to sort of get it going. And these days, there's new ways of doing it. There's magnetic filters. There's clip-in filters that actually fit like in front of your sensor behind your lens, so you can clip those in. And so I've been looking around at different kind of filters, and I'm not exaggerating. This is the weirdest thing. I was literally on the Kase Filters website reading about them and checking them out and thinking, their magnetic filters and those clip-in filters for Sony look pretty cool. I might have to look into that. And then like a few days later, I get an email from Kase that said, hey, we found your YouTube channel, and we were wondering if you'd like to try out some of our filters, test them out, and do a review of them. And of course, I was like, you have no idea how much I would like to do that. I was literally on your site looking at your filters. And so in full disclosure, this is not a paid review. They didn't pay me to do this. It's not a sponsored video. However, they did send me some filters, and I'm going to review them here. So I did receive filters, which I will be reviewing. They came in this box with a whole lot of tape on it. So what I'm going to do is get my trusty little knife, cut into this thing, open it up, get these filters out, have a look at them, and then we're going to go shoot. And honestly, there's so much tape, I'm not even sure where to start, but I'm just going to dig in, see what I can find out and get started with. And let's see here. I just got to get into this box. I've literally never seen this much tape. Okay, here we go. Look at that. That was kind of easy. It's the beauty of having a knife. I keep that in the office for obvious reasons, which is I'm opening stuff because, let's be honest, when you're a photographer, you just like to buy stuff. And there's nothing better than just going on Amazon.com and you get that little excitement of, hey, your order is shipped, and then you're refreshing the FedEx site. Anyway, that's not exactly what I did here, but you get the point. So let me unbox this and see what all we got. This is really tightly packed. Here we go. Okay, more boxes. So these are clip-in filters. There's a clip-in filter there. I hope you can see that. Here's another one of some sort. This one's bigger. I need to shake it to try to get that open. Oh, gosh. Hey, it's packed well. I'm very happy about that, because there's nothing worse than, getting excited about a package that's showing up and then something's messed up. I need to use a knife to cut this a little bit more. This is actually not very sharp of a knife. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Okay, that is everything in the box. So this is the magnetic circular filter kit. So let me start getting these open, and then we'll start checking it out, and then we're gonna go shoot. Okay, the first box, which was the bigger box, is the magnetic circular filter kit, and I had to look. This is an ND8 and an ND64. So an ND8 is a 3-stop, and an ND64 is a 6-stop filter. Has an adapter ring, a lens cap, and a filter bag. Let's check this out. Let's see here. This is beautifully packaged, by the way. Nice little box here that has this kit in it. So let me open that, and I've got a nice little leather pouch. That's really cool. It's actually got a little hasp, I guess you would call it, that would allow you to attach it to a belt loop or something. Nice leather pouch, small. I love that. Nice protection there. And then within, I've got different filters and that sort of thing. So these come wrapped in this nice sort of paper. And there's an accessories box. So let me get that out as well. lens cleaning cloth. This is the little ring to adapt to different size lenses. That's perfect. I love that. This will be the, I guess, a magnetic lens cap, which is actually really cool. And that's one of the things with my other filters. If I'm picking up and moving and I've got that other thing, the screwed on filter holder and then the big piece of glass in place, there's no way to cover any of that up. And especially if you're in inclement weather and you're dealing with moving around, it honestly becomes a mess. So I'm excited about this. Okay, the next I have 3 little boxes that appear to be the clip-in filters for Sony. There's some instructions in here for how to remove these filters, and I'm sure how to add them. Looks like little finger cots, so that's what these are. This is an accessories box. Because obviously you don't want to stick your finger in there and stick it on the sensor. Let me open this other one because this appears to be where the filters are. I've got this handy little case. I mean, that is small and durable. I love that. I can crack that open and then you can see that there is a filter there that you can just basically clip into your Sony camera. I think they have them for other manufacturers as well, but I shoot Sony. Okay, so this is another one of those. So the first one was an ND16. ND16, that's this little clip-in filter. And that's basically a 4-stop reduction in light. So in the other filters, I've got a 3-stop and a 6-stop. And these, I've got a 4-stop, and this is the ND1000, and that's a 10-stop. So I've got a 3, 4, 6, and 10, tons of filters, tons of capability. Now, I need to pack it up. And I'm going to spend the next couple of days going in and out and around different areas, taking photos, using these filters, testing them out. Let's hit the road. All right, guys, I am out. I'm down kind of south of Austin in a place along what's called the Guadalupe River. You can kind of check it out. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But I'm just getting some long exposures using these Kase filters. And that's one of the things I like most, as I said earlier, is just being able to do those long exposures. I'm here and it's sunny and I'm in a little bit of a shade, but the sun's high, it's mid-afternoon. And without these filters, I would just not be able to get a long exposure because there's too much light coming in too rapidly because it's bright outside. But I'm able to do 3, 4, 5 second, even 8-second exposures. And I'll sprinkle some photos through here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But that allows you, when you've got moving water like the river behind me and over here is a little waterfall, it allows you to extend that exposure time and get that kind of what I call silky smooth kind of water motion, which I absolutely adore. So I'm going to take some more photos, but these filters are working great. I'm having a lot of fun, and frankly these days just being out in nature is a bit of a balm for the soul, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to get some more shots and show you some more of this place, but these filters going so well, having so much fun, and I'm loving the results. Okay, now I'm right next to this little waterfall, so I'm going to try to get a couple of close-up shots of some of this moving water, obviously using these filters. There's also the waterfall over on the other side of this big boulder, and so I'm going to try to get a couple of different shots here and work those in. All right, now I'm going to try to get some long exposures with these filters of some sky and some clouds. I've been kind of waiting a few days, and now I'm climbing a hill here in Austin trying to get to a viewpoint where I'm going to get some clouds. And there's currently a sunset that appears to be coming together, so I'm pretty excited about that. And anyway, if I can climb up this hill without hurting myself or completely getting winded, I'll get up here, I'll get a nice view, and I'll get some nice photos. The light's pretty nice, and I'm getting some long exposures. We've got a nice sunburst here, and the long exposure with those filters really helps accentuate that along with the cloud movement. And what I'm doing is I'm actually stacking a couple of filters. I've got 2 of them plus the circular polarizer on it, and getting some nice smooth clouds, smooth water, and all the passing traffic is disappearing as well. which is the other thing I love about long exposures. Okay, so there's kind of the view behind me, as you can see, and I've shared some video of it. It's a beautiful spot here in Austin. It's a perfect place for long exposures if you can get some nice clouds. I've got some pretty decent ones. I'm running about a 75-second exposure, f/22, still bright sunlight, and that's what's great about these filters is you can stack them. They're magnetic, so you just stick them on the front of the lens. No screwing it in, none of that stuff. It's super quick and easy. And then I'm stacking them, so I've got 2 filters on right now, and that's allowing me to draw out the exposure and get those really long, kind of what I call silky clouds. All the traffic's disappearing, and of course, any motion in the water is smoothing out as well. So I'm loving that, having a lot of fun with it, and I'm gonna take a few more of these while I'm here and then move on. Okay, I think I got some nice shots, and really pleased with how these are looking, at least on the back of the camera. I'll be showing you here through the video kind of what they look like after having the filters applied to them and doing a little bit of editing. But you know, again, the smooth clouds, the smooth water, and getting rid of the traffic is one of the key things I love about these. Obviously, you're going to need a tripod. I recommend a cable release so that you're not shaking the camera when you depress the shutter or anything like that. I'm trying to navigate my way down here and talk to you at the same time. Bottom line for me is I love these filters. The fact that they're magnetic is really super helpful to me. And I didn't even really, in this video, get into the ones that fit in in front of the sensor behind the lens. That's an option too, and that gives you a lot more flexibility to where you don't even have to worry about fitting it on or anything like that. The difference, of course, is you'd have to take the lens off and put it on. So if it's windy or something, you may not want to do that, but it would be functional regardless of what lens you have, so you don't have to worry about the adapter. Okay, so that completes my review, friends. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for watching. I'll put a link down below to where you can find those Kase filters. Check them out. They're really cool. They're really powerful, really flexible, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Adios.